been here quite a while.
Forever. Seemed like forever. Chip Kelly, first class.
First class.
Yeah, very first class.
Tell us a little about the whole journey with the injury, coming back, being moved around a little bit, positions, just the whole thing.
Overall, I feel like it's a blessing. You know, a lot of people don't get the chance to just be here at UCLA, the #1 public university. Just a beautiful place. And just being here, small town in Casa Grande, Arizona, it's like you see a lot of new things, a lot of things you didn't see overall. And like my freshman year, you know, tore my ACL. Everybody knew that, 2018. And just like mental aspects is like a mental game when it comes to that. And just like seeing your brother succeed, that pushed me up. And going in redshirt sophomore year, big knee brace, still trying to get a swing of things, get used to everything. But overall, been a good blessing. Like seeing the coaching staff, seeing like different type of personnel. You know, we tend to get now NFL players, NFL coaches. So just like having that NFL type body mindset, seeing what's good to prepare for the next step, that's just good and a blessing.
You talked about the mental aspect of the injury and then also the COVID year that you sat in.
Oh, COVID, yeah.
So there was a lot of sitting out.
Oh, it's
on the mental process.
A lot of mental. That's the blessing of part of like life is not always straight. You know, it got some ups and downs, and in the end, like we're gonna be okay. I got this mindset where I got it tattooed. I don't know if I'm supposed to show y'all, but
you can show us.
I got this little tattoo right here. It's I Can, I Will. When I was 8, I had this coach. He's like a dad to me, called Larry Davis, and he just like his mindset was I can, I will. So anything in life you can and you will succeed. You just gotta keep on doing it and put your heart into it. And you know, if it's not in the end, if it's not you, it's another blessing coming your way. And I'm thankful for this and thankful for the opportunity just to be here.
So you played a lot in the box last year.
Yes.
Now you're deep safety, it looks like.
Yeah.
Our eyeballing up there at lot 8.
Yeah, so yeah, last year I played more Sam, not nickel. I played Sam linebacker. Just a lot setting the edge, play with big guys, and now I mostly play safety. I'll be in the box sometimes, setting the edge still, but yeah, lot 8, you know, good vision. But yeah, I play a lot more of free safety.
Is that how you feel more comfortable? I mean, that's what you've kind of played coming out of high school more?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm see ball, get ball type of person, so if you put me at linebacker, middle linebacker, I'll figure it out, and I'm going to put my 100% effort to it. So it's whatever they need me on any type. You know, when they hit dime personnel, I might be in the box. It'll be nickel personnel. I might be the nickel. So whatever y'all throw me in, I got great coaches, great like seats to study on. So it's whatever they throw me on, I feel confident enough because we have good coaching staffs here. Nah.
Kenny, you mentioned just the NFL knowledge, experience of some of the coaches that have been brought in. Obviously, D'Anton coming from, the Ravens. Yeah. Just specifically, being the safeties coach there, what kind of knowledge, apart from the general defense is brought specifically to working with the defensive backs and safeties for you in particular?
Knowledge is key. We go just playing football. It's 0.5 seconds to 3 seconds of just full out speed, and most of it in the beginning is pre-snap indications, and having like that NFL type of person where he can have that type of conversation of, okay, FIB alert this, or a different type of like formation speed. He brought like more information to it. Like I had basic knowledge, and like Coach Norwood, when he came in, he had the same mindset, being a DC in the past at Baylor and like other good colleges. But overall, having that person, especially like you said, he's a free safety or a DB coach at the Ravens, so he can come down and just have a conversation because he coached for not forever, but having that right there. So another like good nugget in my pocket. Just turn around listening to a Lynn where he coached on the Ravens, and then looking to the left and Coach Norton, linebacker coach, but DC at the time. With the Seahawks, and looking to my back and Coach Norwood, a DC in the college world. It's just a blessing having all that mind, think alike and have a good goal. I love it. Blessing.
You mentioned that pre-snap kind of knowledge and experience that D'Anton has brought. Is there a specific kind of piece or something that you've taken from him so far, just in your experience this spring?
Pieces, more or less, it's just like the spot drops. He brought that, last year we tend to be like 10, 15 yards off, but it's like we was more of a vision base. Now it's a mixture of vision plus spot, like the melting with the quarterback, melting with that. So having that is good because it disrupts some of the passing concepts when it's like windows and stuff. So yeah, he brought a little bit.
So, yeah, what do you feel like that'll just kind of help to continue a block for you?
And cover sacks.
Yeah.
Or it just throwing up and if he's in the window, he have to throw it over, intercepting for me. So, good teammate is doing their job. Simple as that. If they do their job, it can help me. If I do my job for D linemen, they're gonna get a lot of cover sacks. What will happen? Because we gonna do better this year. No, yeah. And so
Positive training kind of change with this position change.
Training?
Yeah, just are you focusing on like speed a little bit?
More of the like technique. I struggled 2 years ago with man, so I want to harp on leverage, owning my leverage, and just like if it's a different type of knee catch, motor, those type of techniques, I'm trying to like be in tune with that, and just like running to the ball. I love to hit, but I got to get there first, and so I like being at the linebacker position. You're already in the box, so you're not running from the post 20 yards down. So speed also, and just endurance of just working my breath, working my breathing, and just like having that mindset, okay, I got to get there.
Which DB has the best technique on this team?
I can't do that.
Like, is there anybody you're like learning from?
Learning from? I'll say one person, because he's in the meeting with us. We're split up safeties with the corners, nickel, and safeties. Coach Norwood have a guy that like been doing this last year. He was on punt block, the corner. I forgot the corner on punt block. It was Alex, and he's always in tune with it. So I always like ask him like, what did you do in this situation? So I'll say overall, like watching, because he's the nickel and I'm the free safety, so we're on the same side as Alex Johnson.
How different are things now with, you don't have Stephen, you don't have Mo, kind of just stepping in that role that they kind of filled from just a leadership symbol?
Yeah, it's a little weird, like usually me, Mo, and Blake have like individual meetings and just like we talk as a group. And now them being gone, like I'm not now the person that be like, hey guys, like how are we doing today? So just like stepping up and try to be that role model, be that leader, not doing anything bad, make good habits so they can see a good leader. Here's what I need to get used to now. Having Blade been here for 4 years, having Mo been here before me, old guy, So having that wisdom, having that, and like the people, So now it's just like other people that step up, like Alex, Will Nimmo, those type of guys, and like even the young guys like Amari Ramsey's pretty good spring ball right now. So even age don't matter, So
Kenny, just to go back to, if you said we're gonna be better,
yeah,
gonna do better, something like that. I mean, just in general, kind of defensive disappointment through the last kind of half of the last year. I mean, just what's the mentality and the attitude that the returners are kind of bringing right now?
That's we're trying to promote a different standard, So we're trying to be uncomfortable being comfortable, if you get what I'm saying. So our mindset is just like run full blaze. Even though you're tired, we got to work on technique. Come in, check in 30 minutes early. And we're trying to like make a standard better. We're trying to push a better standard, and everything after that is going to pay itself.
Is there an example of something already this spring that you're seeing, Matt, that's different from last year? Just one little,
We have extra meetings as a group, safeties and corners, and we just talk about like situations like first down, second downs, par downs, the hit steps of like the quarterback. If it's 3 hits, if it's quick game, you got to alert that. So eyes too, and it's been pretty good during that process of people shooting to the ball, people having clear eyes rather than melting and staying with their man and like pushing themselves out of the the game because he's trying to be doing one job rather than like working and helping his teammates out.
So
last week Grayson was talking about like playing with emotion, but not letting emotion cling to you.
Oh yes.
Yeah. What does that mean to you, and how does that apply to what you're doing today?
It is a very emotional game. Ups, downs, side to side. You know, it's going to be plays where you get beat. It's going to be plays where you pass deflect, you make an interception, and you just got to stay tuned in and not let emotion play itself. Because if you start being emotional, you start like getting into your head and you're like, you're not on to the next play. It's not, we're chopping, we're moving on. We're just, next play. Yes. Dang, I got beat. All right, next play. I'm ready. Stand it. So, yeah.
Is it something you personally kind of work on?
Oh no, throughout my whole life, it's my mindset. I will, you know. So when life happens, only thing you gotta do is smile. And I'm a big smile type of guy. I laugh a lot, even through like the ups and downs. It's just like it's teaching me to be a better man. And I'm just trying to be here and be that 1%. I'm trying to be better 1%. You know, make your bed every day. You come back, you have a bad day. One good thing is you made your bed. So that's the blessing of part of it.
So as you mentioned Alex just because he's standing right now?
No, Alex, that's no. Nah, I didn't even know Alex was I was waiting. I was like, I'm the only guy? And it was like, no, Alex coming. So then I started coming. I saw side eye. So I was like, yeah, Alex. So when you ask, I think you gotta say Kenny, you know?
Good deal, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Good. How we doing? Good. So obvious question. Who in DB room is a bit in?
Obviously. You know, no, in all seriousness, it really is Kenny Churchwell, you know, starting in the winter and even before that in the off season, just like texting the group chat constantly, making sure we're going on, blocking into our film, getting ready for Coastal Carolina. Like, we don't play them for a long time. I mean, he's just constantly in the film room, always there if anybody needs help, always being a great voice, a great leadership presence, and he always makes himself available, makes himself known that he's there to help people.
So talk a little bit about your journey coming from walk-on, getting the scholarship, also wear that number 36.
Yeah.
Things happening there.
Yeah, a couple of things happening. It's interesting, you know, I came in with a couple of good walk-ons, Greg Dulcich. We were roommates for most of our time here, and I kind of attached myself to his legacy, him and Ethan Fernand. Kind of like that's where I wanted to see myself as. Getting to wear the number 36 is a great honor. I mean, I get to wake up every day, put it on, what it means, Nick Pasquale and his family, what he means to this program, to this school, his legacy, what he did for walk-ons here. I think this program has a great history of walk-ons that come every day, put in the work, are the last ones to leave. They get here early, don't complain, put their head down and just get through it. So I think it's a great message that I think should keep going, because we got a whole group of walk-ons over there that just, they do it every day and you won't hear a word.
Have you interacted with the Pasquale family?
I have some. Yeah, they're great. They're always rooting for me. Send me messages on Instagram. They always have my back, and I just want to make them proud.
You reflect back on last season. How would you assess the secondary and maybe areas of improvement going forward?
Yeah. Last season, you know, I felt we had a good core overall. We had a lot of older guys, and I think it's hard. You know, a lot of those guys aren't here anymore, so it's a younger group of guys. So guys like me, Kenny, Will Nemo, even some of the younger guys like Kamari Ramsey have to step up and kind of fill those spots. But I think, you know, the game of college football with how many receivers Coach Kelly and other schools are put on the field, like, you need DBs. We need these DBs to play every snap. If we need them to, you got to put a DB at Mike, and you got to put a DB at Mike. So I think that kind of goes hand in hand with bringing in Coach Lynn, splitting up the corners and the safeties, working more on technique, and getting really more like personable within the rooms, cutting the numbers down. Coach Norwood working with the safeties and the nickels, and then Coach Woodfield working with the corners.
So you've moved around a little, playing a lot of nickel now.
Yes, sir.
How's that How's that feeling? I played a lot of safety last year now, slipping into that nickel spot.
I feel like nickel's where I'm supposed to be. I played a good amount of nickel when Coach Rhodes was my DB coach. He felt like it was a good spot for me, so I learned a lot under him. And then just under the leadership of Coach Norwood, he's really taught me a lot about the game. I mean, he's coached a great number of NFL corners when he was at Baylor and other schools. But I think when I came here, I was a corner. Got moved to safety immediately, went back to corner, went to nickel, went to safety. So, I've been bounced around a lot. So I think just getting to see the field from a different viewpoint all those many times has given me so much knowledge about just like what the corner's thinking about on this play, what the different splits of the alignments of the receivers is, looking at offensive tackles being in the box. So I just think the knowledge that I've gained just from bouncing around positions is infallible. It's really great.
Seems like you're doing position drills now with the quarterback.
Right.
You mainly worked with the safeties last year.
Yeah.
You said you had some quarterback history.
Yeah.
How has that been? Seamless? Are you learning more?
Oh, it's been seamless. I mean, when Coach Whitfield was here a couple years ago, I mean, we had a great relationship. We went to the same high school, so I mean, we still do we do one-on-ones after walkthroughs every day. So he's really made it's not even really a transition, but just that process pretty seamless. I love the corners. Those are my guys, so they know I got their back. They always ask me questions when they're like, "Oh, what do I have on this play?" Like, I know what those guys think, so it's been seamless.
Alex, Kenny mentioned kind of a little bit of a different attitude from last year. Said, we're gonna be better, basically,
Right.
and talked about, being uncomfortable, being comfortable. Mm-hmm. What have you seen so far? Just any kind of specific differences from, how you guys are preparing?
Right. I think it's been on the field and in the meeting rooms. I think it's a lot more of an emphasis on communication. I mean, I think in all the years I've been here on the field, this is the loudest it's been from the defensive side, just making sure everybody's locked into the same thing. Our defensive meetings as a unit, I mean, it really feels like it's an NFL room now, an NFL atmosphere with Coach Lynn. I think the expertise that he brings from the NFL side is great. I mean, he's still learning to transition the NFL game to the college game, just with the hashes and making sure like the splits and everything aligns up and matches up. But I think that the jump that we're going to take this year is going to be great.
What are some of the concepts just that he's kind of tossed around in that room so far that you're excited about maybe integrated?
A little more emphasis on nickel drops, zone drops. In the past years, we were more of a match team kind of. This year, we're gonna be more of like a looser zone, harping on the vision, making sure that everybody's on the same page. And I think that's a area where we've lacked in the past, just making sure that the communication is there. So getting that out right now in spring ball is huge, I think.
How is he just as a communicator and as he's obviously a younger guy?
Mm-hmm.
Feel like he can kind of relate to you a little bit more.
Right.
I mean, just how is he in terms of a leader in a community?
He's great. Always makes himself available. Always makes it known that he's there to answer any questions. He sits right behind me in the meeting room, so whenever I have anything, I'll just turn back to him. I think it's great getting younger coaches into the game. I think they have a different view of the game, and I think he has great expertise to share. Yeah.
This morning I asked Coach about, and some of the aggression with some of the receivers, specifically Braden Began and Ryan Craig, and
Right.
Seeing them now for second year, each of them. But how are they as far as defensive back trying to cover those guys?
So Pagan, you got to be careful with Pagan. Pagan is a speedster. When you look at him, it doesn't really come off as like, oh my God, this guy might run by me. But Pagan's made a crazy jump. I mean, he's working his tail off on the field in the weight room, and I think it's showing on the field. I'm really excited about Pagan, and then Cragen's got some crazy routes. I don't know what he's been doing with Josiah Norwood, but they've been in the lab doing some footwork drills. But those are hard guys to guard. So I think that just getting that work here on the field is going to make us so much better, like when the season comes.
Who's the fastest guy in the secondary?
in the secondary, I'll be Corey Stewart. I would love to say myself, but I got to tell the truth. That's Corey Stewart. Yeah, he's a burner.
Going back to the receivers, you know, Chip was just talking about never really had a guy who is this fast and this tall as J. Michael Sturdivant.
Right.
What have you seen from him that makes him such a matchup, bro?
That combination of size, strength, and speed. I mean, I think you could put him anywhere. You could put him in the slot, you could put him outside, put him at 3, work on the mic. I remember when we even played him at Cal, I was like, oh, that guy can go. Even watching some Cal games last year, I was like, who is this guy? And it's interesting that we got him, but I'm super excited about J. Mike. Like, that's like the best competition that we're gonna see probably all year, honestly. And I'm glad that he's on our team.
Yeah. Kind of nice that you don't have to worry about
Right.
torch by him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Defense is always, you know, celebrating up timeline for and everything.
Right.
Just what's the enthusiasm level? Do you feel like you have to rein it in? Do the coaches encourage like restraint because of point in spring?
No, it's always let it loose. I feel like you can't really bottle in defense. You gotta like let it flow. You gotta be free. You gotta let the energy ride. And I mean, Kenny was talking about sometimes there are ups and downs. Like that's the game of football. But we try to keep it on a constant line, try to stay level. But yeah, we like to celebrate. We like to have fun over on the defensive side, especially the DBs. But I think that a lot of that energy stems from the DBs. Like we make a play, we make a PBU that like feeds off on the D line. We go down, tap them on the helmet, like go get after the quarterback. Like we got everything locked up back here. Like let's get a coverage sack. I think it kind of goes hand in hand. Like it flows throughout the whole defense from D line to the backers to the DBs.